Hey, this is Devin
and Aaron
from Cavity Colors, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
Welcome back to our humble San Diego podcast. We are your host for the evening, DJ Inaris.
Yo, how's it going?
James Warney.
How's it going, guys?
And I, Wesley the Swan Swanson. This is episode 210, Modern Sleaze in Cinema. This week we're going to be reviewing 2011's Hobo with a Shotgun, but first we have some of our usual warm-up segments to get to, if that's all right with you two, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
And now for a special news report, brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, James, if you want to start us off with your usual fire news.
Yeah, for me, actually, not too much. We did have some news from the, I believe it was the Walt Disney CEO stating that the Black Widow film that has been pushed back, I do believe, maybe once or twice already, and there was some speculation that it might come out to Disney Plus, but the CEO has confirmed that Black Widow will not be releasing for any special release on their Disney Plus app. It is still going to be a theatrical release. They're really pushing for this movie to be released in theaters. It's still holding its May 7th release date, which is, relatively close. I don't know how well it's going to do with that May release date, since it is still, we're at the tail end, I would say, of this COVID stuff. But you never know with the other states, kind of getting a little lax with their mask laws and reopening. So we might have another surge on the way here. So that, I thought that was pretty interesting that they're still holding to that May 7th release date. And then I have we had some pretty cool posters and a Dark Side trailer for the Zack Snyder Justice League that's coming to HBO Max. And if you didn't hear the news from last week, there was actually a leak of the Snyder Cut. Some people are claiming that it's a conspiracy theory to kind of stop people from stop the movie from having such high views the first day or the first weekend that it comes out. But it was only out on the app for about an hour or so, and then it got removed immediately or after that hour. Once they figured out what was going on. But from what I can read, it was whoever watched Tom and Jerry, the movie, which for me is a horrible movie. I watched it with Jordan. That movie sucks ass.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, it's not funny at all. But that's just my opinion. You guys can watch it. Tiny, if you like Tom and Jerry, you can watch it. I love Tom and Jerry. I grew up watching them as a kid. But with this, I guess last week, whatever happened, I don't know how they got confused or what happened, some glitch in the system. If you were lucky enough to watch Tom and Jerry at a specific time last week during the day, you got to see the first hour or so of the Snyder Cut for the Justice League. So that was pretty interesting. And from what I've been reading, for the people who have seen it, they're not spoiling anything, but they're saying that the graphics and CGI rival that of Marvel. So it looks like they're doing a pretty good job on that. I mean, they put in about $80 million into this film after they did the reshoots and kind of reworking everything. And then some people are saying that this is probably the best DC film that they've ever seen. Yeah, so with that being said, like I said last week, Zack Snyder is pretty much done with this after this comes out, but he said he's willing to come back and do a sequel or two, which he had planned to do part 1 and part 3. I mean, part 2 and part 3 to this. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Do you believe that there is a conspiracy to ruin the premiere of the Snyder Cut, or just a technical error on their part?
Well, I know fans have been coming out saying not to, because there are spoilers for the people who did see it, or I guess had been releasing some big spoilers online, and a lot of fans have been coming to that call and kind of saying like, don't, like, let's respect the all the work that was poured into this and watch it on the day that it was intended. Do I think that HBO did that on purpose? No. I think that was just a big, like you said, maybe it was a glitch in the system, just especially because it was under the guise of another movie. But my question is, if you were watching it while within that hour, would you be able to finish the entire movie, or it was taken down?
From what I'm seeing, it was taken down after about an hour or so.
So nobody would have been able to complete the entire film, correct?
No, I don't think so. When things like that happen, it would probably crash and make you restart it, and that's it. You would watch Tom and Jerry again. So that's probably what I imagine what happened.
It'd probably kick you out of the app, or kick you from at least the movie that you're watching, and then take you back to the homepage or to your your home screen on your TV or whatever you're watching it on.
Yeah.
And then make you restart it from there. That's what I'm assuming happened. From what I could read, a couple of guys were saying that they only got about an hour of the movie, and they said that hour was great. But definitely looking forward to that on the 18th, this next week, actually.
I was going to say, my problem with this is that they fucking even opened the door probably to even more haters on that shit now. Like, because they were like, some people did watch it, and they were saying, like, negative things about it. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, fuck, dude. Warner Bros. Got to stop doing this to themselves. Dude, like, you know what I mean?
It seems like Warner Brothers has the most difficulty with, especially with trailers. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot with things like this. I don't know if it's just something that they're kind of doing on purpose, or they think the fans want to see, the whole movie in a trailer or what. But, I don't know. Yeah, I totally agree with you. They're kind of dropping the ball on that. But there's some pretty cool behind-the-scenes photos of Jared Leto. I know he's kind of a hit or miss with some people. I like his Joker. He looks pretty cool in the trailer that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and some behind-the-scenes photos of him look great. So I'm excited to see what he can do with that, and what Zack's vision of his Joker looks like, and what we get to see. But that's just about all the news that I had. I didn't really have too much. It's kind of a slow week in terms of news that I could find. But that's about it for me.
I got something small. Did you hear, like, fucking Pepe Le Pew got canceled, dude? I don't know, that's something small, but I guess Warner Bros. Is not going to include him in anything. Like, yeah,
I heard that he got removed from the Space Jam 2. I guess he was in a couple of scenes, and he's been officially removed from Space Jam 2. But I don't know. It's a touchy subject. It's a cartoon character. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess because, like, he's like a little, like, strong, like always making out with, like, the little cat and shit. I don't know. Maybe somebody got offended. I don't know. Something like that.
It's always an ongoing joke that he's in any movie or anytime someone brings up, like, Pepe Le Pew, it's always like, oh, that dude's a creep. Like, he's like like stalking that that cat, and and it's. I can see where they're getting that and everything, but it's a cartoon character. Like, don't take it so serious.
It doesn't look as harmful as, like, maybe some PC people would make it out to seem. But yeah,
right. But yeah, it's a lot of things right now are getting canceled, and kind of sucks.
Yeah,
the things that deserve to get canceled should get canceled, but there are things that that maybe are kind of
it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, have a little thicker skin, I guess, with some things. I don't know. I can't speak too much on it. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want the show to get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's all I have, dude. There's not much. Maybe
that's my opinion. That is, my opinion does not reflect the opinion of the show. I want to state that. So don't cancel the podcast. If I offended anybody by saying Pepe Le Pew should not be canceled.
Well, I think the argument with Pepe is that a lot of people think that his character and the archetype of his character is what has been a long time running kind of perpetuating rape culture. And I mean, it's a solid argument, you know what I mean? Also, like you guys said, it stems from a children's cartoon, and it's interesting that people are so dead set on canceling things from our like the past rather than cutting off things at the hip from starting from the future. Like,
yeah,
PC culture it can be great in some aspects, but I feel like, why are we digging, in some other news, like Eminem, some Gen Z TikTokers attempted to cancel Marshall Mathers as well, and it was over his and I'm sorry out there if I offend anybody, but maybe one of his the least offensive tracks with Rihanna, that I Love the Way You Lie. Yes, the song is about it being in a toxic relationship, but the guy has done so much worse than that. So
he's been doing this from the get-go. So for people to be offended now to me, it's actually hilarious, because have you not heard of him? Are you just hearing about Eminem now? Like, who do you listen to? I mean, I think
it's easier to dissect the past, dude, because people were there for that, grew up with it. Well, now some of us are not watching almost everything, you know what I mean? Because we're maybe not into that, you know what I mean? So we won't dissect that, but maybe in the future they will, you know what I mean? They're going to dissect that when we're not, you know what I mean? It's going to be like that, an ongoing probably thing. That someone's gonna be I didn't what's a new show Ben 10 or something because of this, or fucking I don't know, something, it's gonna on continuation of fucking dissecting maybe things were not that bad but could have been worse, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, there's PC culture, man. You gotta love it, dude, because you can't really hate it, but you like it.
But yeah, it's very interesting, this stuff's that's going on right now. But in some
from Pepe to Eminem, dude, no way.
In some how do you say, more uplifting news, both Michael B. Jordan and MGM have confirmed that Creed 3 will be moving ahead with an official slate for Thanksgiving of 2022.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, excited for that one. That's going to be cool to see. That's his directorial debut, right, you said?
Yep. He will be stepping behind the camera as well. Big job there, but, I think he can do it. He's embodies that character. You know what I mean? So I think if anybody could do it, I think it would be him. You know what I mean? To guide everybody in the way that he wants to structure the story. So kudos to him. All the luck in the world, and I hope I hope he fares well with that. And then moving on, in my last bit of news, just like you guys, it was pretty scarce as far as pop culture news this week, I think. We've officially got a new classic beat-em-up style Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in the works from the makers of the Scott Pilgrim video game.
Nice.
Yeah, the subtitle of the game will be Shredder's Revenge, and this is going to be dropping sometime in the near future. There's a brand new official trailer out that you can catch it